Hi, Andy Elmes here. Just wanted to take a moment just to introduce you and debut my new book, I Am Redemption, and just give you an overview of what it's all about. I really would encourage you to get your hands on a copy of this book. I believe it has the potential to really stir you in your walk with God and your faith, especially concerning God calling you to be a witness in the world He's given you, and also carrying His heart. Let me give you an overview of some of the chapters. Chapter 1 is called Catching the Heart of God. And in this chapter, I kind of encapsulate the moment during last August where God really stepped into my world and challenged me about the heart He has, but none will perish. And you're going to be really excited as you read that chapter. There's a heartbeat that I believe is going to jump on you and really stir you up in your love of God. Chapter 2 is all about redemption. What is redemption? If we don't understand what redemption is, we won't understand the power of the redemptive heart of God. So in this chapter, I simply go over the subject of redemption. What is redemption? Is it just about us being purchased back to God by the blood of Christ? Or is redemption a bigger word? Does it mean God's ability to make all things new, to turn around impossible situations, to make broken things work again? I believe redemption is a bigger word than what we've yet discovered, and I just encourage you to look at it through new eyes. And then in chapter 3 we really begin to get into some of the guts of the book, where I look at that old saying of let the redeemed of the Lord say so. In the NIV it says, let the redeemed of the Lord tell their story. Every one of us has a story of redemption. If you're a follower of Jesus Christ, there's a story that needs to be told about your life. How Jesus stepped into the storyline or the manuscript of your life and turned it around for the better. That's your story. That story needs to be told. In that chapter, there's not a driving or a compulsion or a legalism, just an encouragement to get the desire to tell your story again. And also we look at how you tell your story. Chapter 4 is about being carriers of the redemptive heart of God. In the first two chapters I speak about the redemptive heart of God and how it comes into our world and changes our lives. But we've also been called, I believe, to be carriers of a redemptive heart of God. In the book of Luke it speaks about the donkey that carried Jesus into Jerusalem. Everywhere that donkey took Jesus, redemption broke out, lives were changed, people were restored. We've been given the incredible privilege of being able to carry the redemptive heart of God into the lives of others. Many Christians don't realise this or don't want to be bothered with this. To me, it's one of the greatest privileges of being saved, the opportunity to carry the heart and the potential of a redemptive God into the lives of others. And then we finish off with chapter 5, which is really a call and a mandate for the rising in our generation of a redemptive army. An army not marked by uniform or rank, but people whose hearts have been marked by the redemptive heart of God, stirred. But you can't sit still in church anymore. You realise that God's heart is still that none would perish. And that doesn't just mean heaven or hell and what happens after they die. But in this life, it's not God's heart that people perish. What's His answer to people perishing? It's for us, the church, the people that follow Jesus, to carry His heart, His potential and His ability into the lives of others and even into the life of society, to see things and people turned around for better destinations. That's a brief overview. Here's the book, I Am Redemption. It's available on Amazon. It's also available by contacting our site, Great Big Life. And you can contact that by sending an email to info@greatbiglife.org. I hope that you grab a copy of this book, give it a read, maybe make it a small group study. I know that you'll be encouraged, challenged, mobilised and blessed. God bless you. This is Andy Elmes introducing my new book, I Am Redemption. Get yourself a copy.